How's it going, everybody? Hayden here, and in this video, we'll be talking about networking in the music industry. I don't know why, but it seems like the most important thing for most people starting out, if they want to, work in the music industry or something like that, it's networking and networking and networking. And a lot of people overcomplicate the process of networking and try to make this like mysterious and impossible thing to do. But in this video, I'll try to show you guys that it's not this mysterious kind of behind the vault kind of thing, and that you can genuinely network your way in the music industry, the music business, if you genuinely want to. So, of course, it kind of looks like this. At the start, where you are just in the music industry, you have basically no connections, you're kind of on the bottom of the ladder. And in order to get to the important people, you kind of have to climb the ladder. In the middle of the ladder, there's going to be a lot of nonsense. There's going to be a lot of people that aren't very important to the goal that you're trying to reach or the people that you're trying to talk to. So you got to remember that it isn't like a quick thing in order to network and get the connections you want, but it's also not impossible. But we got to be honest with ourselves also. You first of all have to be reliable. So nobody will really want to like work with you or network with you if you're not reliable. And what that means, like, let's say you are a producer and it's like a normal weekday, it's not a holiday or anything like that. And out of the blue, like a famous kind of artist that you have a chance to work with wants to get on like a studio session with you or wants to invite you to a studio session so you can potentially, throw something onto the track they're working on. But you are tired and you just say, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And look, I get it. Sometimes generally you cannot, but just know that the more times you show that you're not reliable, the chances of you climbing up that like networking ladder fall down drastically. People want to work fast and people want to work with people that are reliable and get the job done. That's why pretty much every, for example, like product is from China. Not because China makes the best like products ever. It's simply because the products like are okay and they're reliable. You watching this video, you're probably watching this on like a desk or something like that. There's probably like a 99% chance that your desk is made in China. And you probably maybe don't even know it, or if you know it, like you don't really care about it because it does the job. The desk is reliable, it does what it's supposed to do. And it's more affordable than if it was like made in freaking Switzerland. And you have to work the same way. You have to be reliable in whatever profession you are, pursuing in the music industry. And gotta be honest with each other, you have to have some sort of leverage. You cannot expect that people will give you handouts. People want to work with people that have leverage, that have something that they want. And this is normal in the music industry and business and stuff like that. People don't want to waste time, and people do genuinely want to network, get partnerships and stuff like that, but only if there is a fair exchange. If you think that somebody from like, the top of the music industry will now all of a sudden get on like a 1 hour call with you to hear you out, that's kind of delusional. Why would you expect somebody would do that just for free? A very quick way of overcoming that is actually paying for like mentorship. And a very quick way of kind of overcoming that, in order, like, let's say you want to like network fast, and like, let's say you want to speak to like a record label executive from, this label or this A&R, a quick way to overcome everything is actually paying them for mentorship. 99% of the time, people will say no if like you ask them, hey, can I just get on a call with you and I want to ask you some questions because you're in a field in the music industry that I'm interested in also. But like, let's say you want to be an A&R, you reach out to like a major record label A&R, and probably 9 times out of 10, if you just say, hey, I want to do what you're doing and I want to just get some mentorship, I want to pay you for like a 1 hour call where I can ask you a bunch of questions and you can just answer them for me. Honestly, 9 times out of 10, people in the music industry will do this for you. And it's not even the point, like, as long as they're getting paid. But like, let's just be real, guys. Like, people have jobs, people have like children, stuff to do. So you shouldn't expect someone from like a big company, big record label to just give you, 1 hour of the time for free. And like I said before, don't expect any handouts. You have to be the one that takes the initiative. And I think successful people actually love it when like somebody that wants something from them, their knowledge or whatever, actually takes the initiative, actually pursues that person more than the person on top. If you show you're reliable, you take the initiative, and you really want to pick that person's brain or, network your way up, you got to be reliable and you got to take the initiative. And I think a very important thing that a lot of people have to remember, just because you're at the bottom doesn't mean you cannot reach for the stars. What I'm basically trying to say is reach for the stars. If there's somebody that's like famous or whatever, and you want to get closer to working with them, sometimes people think it's impossible to get to somebody in the music industry. But like literally, like let's say you want to network with some sort of label. Go onto the label website, you'll probably see a like support email. You email that email saying, you know, whatever it is that you want to say. Most likely they maybe not will not reach out, but then you got to keep reaching out until they do, or you got to reach out to a different label that will, and eventually you'll get a response. So remember, there's a 0% chance that you will succeed if you actually don't take the initiative and you don't reach for the stars, but there is some sort of chance that, you know, you will get closer to whatever you're trying to pursue if you actually take the initiative, if you actually will reach out to these people. So it's either 0% or some percent. So you might as well reach for the stars and choose the option that gives you even the slightest bit of percent. And remember, guys, just don't be weird, be genuine. I think everyone watched the P. Diddy documentary, and everyone can kind of see how weird the music industry can sometimes be. So don't be weird, guys, be genuine, because as you can see from P. Diddy, the business and life will catch your ass one day. So be genuine, and with whatever it is that you're trying to pursue in the music industry, just do your best at it. Another point is that you have to be around, you have to be seen, you have to be in communities. And for example, we have a community, I'll link it down below, it's called Soundmind. And in this community, it's a community full of people that are in the music business. So people that run record labels, are artists, run marketing agencies, merchandise agencies, people that are just starting out, people that have like sold their companies, people that are actively looking for jobs, people that are offering jobs, etc. So you have to be in these kind of communities. I'm not talking about my one specifically, even though it's very good and you should check it out, but just generally, you have to be like seen. You have to be around these people. If you just try to hide away and expect that someone will just notice you as this little mouse full of freaking sharks, nobody will see you. You have to be around, you have to be in these communities. Even if you don't want to like physically go to like events and stuff like that and talk with people, the least you can do is just be online and be in these kind of communities. So you guys, I hope this video helped you guys out just a little bit. If you guys want to join Soundmind, which is like a music business community that I was just talking about, full of people that are working in the music industry, but it's also for artists if you want to like collect your music publishing royalties, distribute your music, earn more money in music, just generally be in the music business. Go check it out. I'll link it in the description down below and you can join if you want to. And if you're an artist and you want to get your music promoted, I'll link Mushroom Media down below and you can use it if you want to. So yeah, that's been it for this video. Thank you.